Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another Horus Heresy Battle Report. We have another guest for you. His name is Lewis, and he is one of this year's participants at No Retreat Horus Heresy. He will be leading the Demons of the Runestorm at that event, and this is why he is here today to represent the Demons of the Runestorm once more. You might have seen this army before. We were lucky enough for Lewis to actually lend us the army when Games Workshop released the new rules for the Demons of the Runestorm. Now, I will be playing the World Eaters. My new World Eaters list is finally here, and we have a mixed match of units, both for close combat and some very tasty shooting units in this list as well. Most importantly, we have some newly, freshly painted units in the list as well. As for the Demons of the Runestorm, we have again a lot of lesser demons with some big demons representing obviously the bigger sovereigns and the gargantuan creatures, which we all love to see. As you can see behind me, we have this spectacular battlefield for your viewing pleasure. It is actually one of the setups we actually have at No Retreat events. So this is a tester for Lewis and a practice game for him before the event itself. Beautifully set up. Who doesn't like a lava-themed game with the Demons of the Runestorm fighting the mighty World Eaters as well? So there we have it. Let's take a look at lists, and that's coming right up.
Hi, I'm Lewis. I'm here again, the SN Studio, this time for my first ever Horus Heresy report. You might have seen me and my army before for some of the 40k ones. This is the first time that I'm bringing the Demons of the Runestorm to the SN Studio. Now, I've been lucky enough to be chosen for No Retreat over in May here at the Battle Barge Sunborn, I believe we're calling it, where I'm going to let loose the Demons of the Runestorm into all the participants and hopefully, see how we do. Now, onto the list. Today we are taking 2 Sovereign Demons as my HQ choices. We have one with the Immaterial Wings and with Warped Flesh and Miasma of Rage. So all this will give him some pretty tasty movement alongside the Warlord trait, which allows me to advance and charge. So it should be a pretty scary threat. I've also upgraded their weapons to have the Greater Demon Blades, giving them +3 strength, AP 1, I believe it's Brutal 3, so it should be definitely a force to be reckoned with. The rest of the list is pretty simple. Over in the Elite's Choice, we have 1 squad of Beasts, so to represent that we have 3 Fiends. Moving on to troops, I'm taking quite a lot of hordes here, taking 3 squads of 20 Lesser Demons, 1 squad of 19, and then 1 more squad of 10. I'm hoping that with all these, resilient blobs, I should be able to just throw them at the enemy and just hold the line. Over in Fast Attack, we're taking 2 squads of Demonic Cavalry. So the 2 10-man squads, just to give my list a bit of edge, just faster units to keep up with the greater demons, and hopefully be able to hold the line whilst the lesser demons arrive. And lastly, the Archdemon themselves, crazy strong unit, hoping to cause some havoc on the battlefield. It is upgraded with Warped Flesh for a 2+ save, and Miasma of Rage for some extra attacks on the charge. Now, my army-wide rule is Rupturous Sensation. Don't know if I said that right, but essentially it will give me +1 initiative on the charge. Now, I believe the wording is just I attack an initiative higher instead of +1, and something about rerolling, pinning, and something else, which is not important. So, lots of blobs, a lot of resilient units, hoping I can just throw them at my enemy, hold the line, and hopefully kill some World Eaters.
And here we are with the studio new World Eaters list at 3,000 points. We are taking the Berserker Assault Rite of War, which grants me a +2 to run and charges, which is great when you're playing the likes of World Eaters and want to get stuck in as quickly as possible. My HQ, and my only HQ, with which will be my Warlord, obviously, is a Praetor in Artificer Armor. He has the Butcher's Claw Warlord trait, which is a great Warlord trait if you are new to World Eaters, and it has a Master Crafted Thunderhammer to go with it. He is also attached to a command squad of Legion Chosen, all of them equipped with bolt pistols and chain axes, including the Legion Standard. Then we move on to elites. First of all, we have a detachment of apothecaries. We have 2 apothecaries, artificer armor upgrades on them, and they have the stock bolt pistol and chainsword. You will see on a couple of my units that I have chainswords instead of chain axes because we do play strict WYSIWYG here and they are modeled with chainswords. I know chain axes are completely free, and I'm sure that in the future we'll be changing them up. Moving on to more elites, we have 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts as separate slots, not as a unit, and both are equipped exactly the same. Gravis las cannons, Gravis Power Fist with an inbuilt Plasma Blaster. More elites, we have the Red Butchers. We have a big squad of 9. They don't have a dedicated transport. I thought today they will slowly but surely be moving up the field, and I know Demons of the Runestorm want to apply pressure and also want to get stuck in, so I'm sure they will be in combat quite early on. The Devourer has 2 Chain Fists, and the rest of the unit is equipped with dual power axes as they come stock. Then we move on to troop choices. First of all, we have the newly painted Rampager squads, 2 big units of 10. We have Artificer armor on the sergeants, and because of this Rite of War, they are obviously troop choices. Now, a mix of weapons on the units themselves. We have 2 Excoriator chain axes. The Rampager champion has a Meteor hammer, and the rest have 2 Phalanx blades as they come stock. It's taken us quite a while to get a handful of these double or dual wielding swords, but they look great, and they personally are the best weapon to take. They have a dedicated transport of a Proteus Land Raider with twin-linked las cannon obviously in the front mounted. I want as many high-powered shots going into the bigger demons coming towards me, charging towards me, so I want to take a couple of these wounds off them before I get stuck into combat. Then we have 2 further tactical squads in the troop slots, 2 10-man. They have Artificer armor on the sergeant, Power Fist on the sergeant, and the unit is upgraded to have a Legion Vexilia. They also have chain swords to go with them, as you can see stuck behind them. Again, as I pointed out before, I know I can upgrade them for free to chain axes, but I play strict WYSIWYG, so I'm using them as chain swords today. Lastly, moving on to fast attack, there is no heavy support slots today in this list. We've got 2 Predator tanks, not as a squadron, they are separate tanks for today. And again, las cannon galore. We've got the Gravis las cannon and the Sponson las cannons, and they have been upgraded to have dozer blade and searchlights, as you can see on the models themselves. And I'm sure if Lewis gets first turn, he will be looking for night fighting, so some searchlights always come into play. That is my list, a bit under 3,000 points, but no further upgrades I could do on any of these units. I'm looking forward to finally having them on the battlefield after dreaming about this list for a couple of months now. And yes, you've seen my list, you've seen Lewis's list. Let's go straight on to the battle, and that's coming right up.
The ground beneath them cracked and heaved with violent eruption as the World Eaters marched towards the landing zones for their transport vessels sent to retrieve them off-world. The slaughter had been apocalyptic. The very planet itself suffered greatly at the hands of the traitors, with vast landscapes being reduced to molten rock and wasteland, drenched in blood. As the vestiges of the battle petered out, the blood frenzy subdued in the World Eaters' ranks, yet they were still unsatiated and yearned for more combat, as the Legion fell further to the Blood God's influence. The carnage did not go unnoticed in the Immaterium. A triumph for Khorne brought the ear of the Dark Prince. As the World Eaters were set to board their ships, fissures in the warp had burst into existence behind the Legionnaires. Despite the planet's imminent demise and the transports landing before them, the World Eaters turned to face fresh enemies. Chain axes revved and shouts of glory and war broke out across the Berserkers' lines. They charged heedlessly back into the fray.
The armies are deployed, the battlefield is ready, and we are ready for war. The demons of the Runestorm are here. Lewis, our guest, is here, and the World Eaters are ready to smash, bash, not cats, no cats here, cut and slay. And you're probably going to do exactly the same thing. So,
I hope so.
Yeah, you hope so. So we're playing Line Advance, quite a simple mission. Basically, we want to move into the middle ground to score points with our line. Line is very important, this one. And if you can actually break lines and move on to your opponent's deployment, then you shall gain extra points. So quite simple, and it's basically it's a great mission to have with two very close combat units or armies, because yeah, we want to clash in the middle and fight for it. Now, you went first. I rolled a 1, you rolled a 5. Yeah, you have got strategic advantage. You have gone first. You want night fighting.
I have chosen night fighting.
You have chosen night fighting. I don't know if you choose it now or if I steal the initiative I can choose. But I think you choose it anyway. Even if I steal the initiative, I believe that just gives me first turn. So yeah, we are back. The demons are here. Last time we didn't play with Lewis because Lewis was learning the rules. So we got we borrowed them. We gave them back. We were nice. We gave them back. So talking about the demons, take us through your deployment. It's quite simple, right?
Yeah. So I've deployed as close to the front as possible.
Yep.
They're all there in a line, and the goal is just to reach you as quickly as possible.
Yeah, quite simple, right?
Yep.
You want to get stuck in, you want to get into close combats, and you want to push your line units towards the middle. Perfect. As for me, it was a tough one because obviously there's a lot of fast-moving things. His warlord has wings and can advance and charge, so I've made sure to actually I've allowed you to get a 12-inch charge because I like doing that.
I think if anyone knows me, you'll know I will roll for it.
Yes, and the people will go crazy if you do. So I've allowed you to have a 12-inch charge, and that's about it. So I've tried to deploy as close to that threat range as possible, but still moving as close as possible to the line, basically scoring points in the middle here. So, and I've backlined some of my firepower because it's very important for this game. These las cannons need to put in the work, even though your gargantuan is toughness 9 for the first 2 turns. So las cannons are wounding on 4s, which is actually quite crazy to say. Perfect. So I think it's time now I try and seize the initiative, and I actually want to, and I'll tell you why. Because if I can have an extra turn of shooting with my las cannons, that would be great. I do have searchlights on my 2 predators, not my land raiders, so basically maybe I could score and take a couple of wounds off those big creatures.
Some cheeky hits.
Let's do this. So I'll roll, and if I do steal the initiative, we'll check if there's night fighting or not. So first of all, let's see if I get a 6. I don't. So that saves it all up. Night fighting in play. Turn 1 for the demons of the Runestorm. Lewis, let's get ready.
Let's go.
Get that tape measure out and start moving. And we're back. Movement now over for the demons of the Runestorm. And as we all knew, they have all moved up or run up or advanced up the field to apply pressure on the World Eater lines. And yeah, basically getting ready for combat on turn 2 at least. So what has happened is that his warlord has flown over this central rock here in the middle, and he had an 11-inch charge. I thought it was going to be a 12, so what I've done is I've used my reaction to actually move back an inch, and as I promised him, I will still give him that double 6 charge. And this is basically what we're going to do.
Yep.
Because there's no shooting in your army, which is
None
great.
whatsoever.
And I can't do my special reaction because I need to get shot at to do it.
It's the ultimate counter.
Exactly. So we're going straight on to that. I will brace, so I will make it a disordered charge. And you can go. I won't shoot because I can't shoot.
Nope.
No. Okay, so you do move half of that. So that is 9. So you move 4.5 inches forward, applying even more pressure to the central lines. And yeah, that's it for the demons. Let's go on to World Eaters turn 1 coming up next. And we're back. Movement over for the World Eaters. Moving in for the kill. Yeah, I was thinking about it a lot. Do I play defensive? Do I play offensive? And yes, I'm going to go in for it. I'm going to get those charges in. Try and remove as many of those lethal units, or at least some wounds in those lethal units as possible as we go through. It's now or never. I think if I play defensive, you will just start gaining a lot of points. And I won't. So that's not a very good. So movement-wise, I have disembarked with my rampagers on either side. So this side and the rampagers on the right. And my land raiders are basically now targeting towards those big monstrous demons. Central castle here going. We've got the Terminators, we've got the command squad and my Praetor Warlord, and the 2 Contemptors moving up towards Lewis's Warlord. And he has moved up, he has moved back, sorry, he has used 2 of his movement reactions because of his Warlord trait. He has moved back with his Warlords, and he has moved back with this unit of cavalry. And apart from that, that's it. The rest has not moved because I want to get as many shots into you as possible. And yeah, let's go on to some shooting coming up next. Starting off the shooting phase in the center here, we will be starting with the command squad. So they've all got ball pistols, so I might as well shoot. 9 ball pistols coming in hot. I know I'm wounding on 6s, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so hitting on 4, hitting on 4s because of night fighting. Yep, said it right. So you move these and then looking for tasty 6s. That is 2. Ooh. And then 1 more for my Praetor, which is hitting on that and doesn't wound. So just 2.
Right. So 2 plus saves.
2 up saves. 2 1s, please. No. Okay. Then we move on to, let's do Contemptor number 1. So it's 2 las cannons hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. And strength 9, so wounding on 2s because you are toughness 7 at the moment. So that is 2 wounds with the las cannons. Then I've got plasma blasters hitting on 3s. Strength 7, so 4s. So 4 wounds in total, all going into your invulnerable save because so they're all AP2.
Yep, so that's a 4 plus.
Okay.
So 1 goes through.
1 wound goes through. So he's down to 5, I believe
so.
Okay, let's do rinse and repeat from the next Contemptor. 2 las cannons, 2 hits, and 3's to wound. Just 1 wound there. Sorry, 2's to wound, and then we've got the plasma blasters. 1 hit and 1 wound. Okay, so that is gets hot from the plasma blaster, which doesn't go through. So that is 2 more wounds at your invulnerable save.
So again, another 2 4s.
Ooh, double 6. Lucky, lucky boy. Okay, moving on to the Predators at the back. Oof, let me see. I think it's 4 shots each. I need to check if it's twin linked on the turret weapon. I always forget about this, and it's better if I check. Okay, the 4 shots, they're not twin linked, so this is extra shots is what I really want. I'm hitting on 4s those because of night fighting. So first tank hitting on 4s, that is 2, and wounding on 2s. That is 2, sir. So stop passing your invulnerable saves. Let me
another 2 4s.
Okay, so 1's down. This is good. As many as you want to drop is better. And this is the next one, 2 hits and 2's to wound. That is 2 more, my friend.
So here's another 2 4s. Oh,
1 more down to 3. I like this. Okay, next up, I'm going to do this Land Raider, and he's going to fire into your, what is this one again? Forget what demon is this?
I believe it's the Sovereign.
Sovereign. Okay, so I'm going to fire into the Sovereign, and let me check if this one's twin linked, which I don't think it is either. Or is it? Gravis las cannon, and I've got the twin linked las cannon, so it is. Okay, so let's do the twin linked first. Hitting on 4s is 1 hit, and then these are hitting on 4s. So that's 3 hits, and then wounding on toughness 7,
toughness
right?
7 as well.
So 2's to wound because of strength 9. And that is 3 wounds.
So 4 pluses
4 up invulnerable saves, yeah.
So that's 1 through.
Yeah, remember you still have your, you can evade with one of your guys.
I could have.
I forgot it. To be honest, I have forgotten it, but I would have reminded you. But there's still 1 more tank to do.
Yep, so I'll go for that.
And he's shooting into your big gargantuan creature, so you probably want to do it on that.
Because I think she was fearless?
She can't because she's fearless. Do you want to do it on him?
Yeah, I'll do it on that.
So did any fail? Did you fail any?
Just 1.
Just 1. Do you want to, might as well do it, right?
5 plus. And it's a 2.
It's a 2, so it goes through.
Yep. Okay,
and then lastly, my last one Land Raider is going to go into your Gargantuan, just because all my las cannons can fire at him, but if I go for your Warlord, not my left sponson can't fire, so I don't want to risk it there. Hitting on 4s with my twin linked, fails and fails again, and then I've got 4 shots, 2 hits, And only one wound.
Ooh.
So here we go. Just a 4 up on that.
Yep. And a 2 goes through.
She bleeds. Oh, does she? Because she's a demon. Not so sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that's all my heavy hitters. Not bad. I'm happy that he's on 3 because they're going to get a lot of charge. Now, I do have a couple of shots coming from this tactical squad and that tactical squad on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up off camera. I'm going to fire off camera, and we're going to come back for the saving throw.
Dice.
Both units are going to go into your Seeker cavalry unit. So just in case people are wondering. Okay, we are back, and we've done a total of 1 mighty wound on this side. Rampages also have bolt pistols, so I might as well fire because I do want to charge with them. And by the way, with my Rite of War, anything within 12 I have to charge, but obviously I fired my bolters, so I can't charge them because of that.
Cheeky tactic.
Cheeky tactic, yeah. Yes, and 4 on that side. Now, you do have a 4-up save.
I do have a 4-up
My AP is 5, so you do have a 4-up save. So first, Seeker on my flank is a save, okay, and then you have 4 wounds onto the other cavalry Seekers. Nice, perfect. Okay, so let's go into charges very, very quickly. First of all, I will charge my Rampagers into you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you can, reminder, you can, you're not fearless, right? So you can, you can, in Overwatch, which you can't, or you can take my...
no, I think I'm going to hold for the
Contemptor?
The Sovereign or one of these.
Okay, perfect. So, charge with these, +2, so they're in.
Yep.
So that is a 9, and then on the right flank, they're in as well. I will charge first with my command squad and my... I have to actually. So my Praetor is going in.
So we'll use the... Was it hold? Is it?
Yeah, hold the line.
Yep.
Okay, so I think you have to do a leadership test. If not, you might... Are you fearless?
Not him.
Okay, so I think you have to do a leadership. Let's do one just in case. So you passed anyway. So first, these guys are in. Then we've got the Red Butchers going in as well. They're in.
They're in.
And the Contemptor is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's in as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I can make it with him. I'll roll just in case I find a little space to go through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a +2 from my Rite of War. Doesn't make it in, but look, 3 units, 4 wounds on him. We also noticed that they did have 1 more wound each, which we've marked up now. But yeah, blood is coming, or whatever you do. Do you bleed?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Okay, we're going to start on this flank for combat. I have reach 1 on my hammer with my sergeant. So I'm striking at initiative 5 with him. Then we're all striking at initiative 4. And then I've got some unwieldy weapons, which sadly, if they're alive, I shall do. So let's go on with my Rampager Champion. He has 3 attacks, +1 for charging, +1 for being a World Eater. And let's go on to his weapon, which is a Meteor Hammer. So, first of all, I'm hitting on 3s. 1 miss, not bad at all. And then my strength is +2, so my strength is 4, 5, 6. Your toughness is 5, so 3's to wound. That is 3 wounds, my friend. Reach 1, and it's breaching 4 up, which doesn't matter. The AP value is 4, so you're just going to get your invaluable saves. Yeah.
So nothing.
Nothing. And they are strength 6, your toughness, yeah, so just 3 wounds, basically. They have 2 wounds each, right?
So 1 dies and 1 left to wound.
Okay, so let's push them back like this. And then we all strike at the same time. Do you have your dice ready?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you can do yours first.
Right, so weapon skill 4.
To weapon skill 5, so you're hitting on 5s. Okay.
Successes.
Doing the other way around, right? Picking them up easier.
Yeah.
Okay, and then strength is?
Strength 5.
Strength 5. Toughness 4, so 3's to wound. Looking for 6s, which you don't get any, but you do wound with all of them, which is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, I'm going to do some Artificer rolls just because he has already struck, so I'll do some. So I can only do 4 SN rolls as per SN rules to our initiative. So 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, and 2 up. Oh, he dies. Oh, I think he's got 2 wounds, so I need to carry on doing it on him. Let's check. Ravagers do have 2 wounds each, so I have to carry on doing it on him. So passes, passes, and passes. So 1 wound dealt on him. Let's get my dice ready because I've got a lot of attacks. I'm actually going to do it off camera because they do have a lot of attacks. I think there's 5 attacks each.
Oh, wow.
And then we're going to go into the unwieldy. Well, do my attacks and then come back for the saving rolls. Okay, we're back. And yes, the rampages are very, very good. And we have got also some merger strikes as well with the Excoriator Chain Axe, which has merger strike on 5-up. So, first of all, these are merger strikes, right?
Yep.
So these are instantly killing you. So 5-ups.
So 2.
2 instantly killed. Okay, so the one with 1 wound is pushed back. This one is pushed back as well. And then that is, we have 1 on a 4-up because the rest did wound on breaching, which is a save. And these are all 5-ups from the Phalanx Blades, which are very good. And
okay, so
5-ups, right?
Yes.
So how many wounds have I dealt? So
quite a few.
yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more dead. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 left on there. Yeah, that is a lot. So we'll move all these back. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to finish combat here. So now you have to do basically a leadership test of a double 1, basically, because I've won by a lot. So you lose D3, right?
D3.
I think it's D3 wounds, not models.
D3 wounds, yeah.
Okay.
So I lose
Which
2,
is
so
2.
1 more.
So 1 more is dead. And 1 is still there. So not much we can do. We will pile in later on. We're going to move into the middle now.
Yep.
And let's go on to your warlord. So he strikes first at a very, very high initiative.
Yes, I think he's initiative 6.
Okay, perfect.
So he's going to strike your dreadnought.
Perfect.
So 5 attacks, weapon skill 6.
Yes, sir.
That
one, yeah.
Okay,
So 3s to hit. Weapon skill 7, you said, right?
Weapon skill, I believe so. Weapon skill 6.
6, yeah. My weapon skill is 5, so you're still hitting on 3s.
Okay, so
Strength is
strength 11, I believe.
11. Okay, so 2 wounds. Whoa, you didn't want that. You don't have shred or anything.
No,
right?
I do not. So just 1 wound.
So just 1, which is brutal 3.
I believe it is. Yes, brutal 3.
Okay, so 5-ups here. Pass 1, so 2 wounds only dealt. That is not good news for you. So I am down now to 4 wounds there. We'll get a proper wound marker there. And yeah, I'm going to do a lot of attacks back. What I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to do my Contemptor. And then we'll do the rest, if needed, off camera. So Contemptor has 3 attacks, 1 for charging, and 1 for being a world eater, basically. So my weapon skill, I'm hitting on 5s because your weapon skill is better than mine, which doesn't hit. Okay, that's next. So what we're going to do is there's a lot of combat going on here. We will do my Red Butchers. We will be doing my command squads. We will be doing the other rampages on that side. To get all the wounds because there's a lot of rolling to do. And we'll give a little update on how the flank cavalry has done. And then we will be rolling your saves, if any, because I will be rolling. I think I will be wounding mostly on 6s with the rest of my stuff. So not very good. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're back and we've done a lot of attacks here in the center. All my Red Butchers have attacked. All my Chosen have attacked. I haven't attacked with my Praetor yet, but this is what I've done. So 5 AP2. So you would have a 4-up invulnerable save, and these are 2-up saves because these are from the chain axes. The problem is I had a lot on it, and I mean a lot of attacks, but I still had to hit on 5s, and I still had to wound on 6s because of your toughness 7.
Close to 120 attacks?
It was a lot of attacks, yeah. We've used a lot of dice constantly. So these are the important ones. You have 3 wounds, 4 wounds remaining? 4 wounds remaining. Okay.
4 pluses?
Okay, so 2. So down to 2 wounds. There we go. Okay, it's okay. And then you have, these are 2-up saves. They are 2-up saves. Loses 1 more. So he's down to 1 wound remaining. So we've left the best for last. I'm going to go in with my Praetor. So he's got 6 attacks because we still get the Incarnate attacks for World Eaters, even though if it was a disordered charge. Now, my weapon skill is 6. Yours was?
6 as well.
6. So I'm hitting on 4s here. And I have mastercrafted my Thunderhammer. So it's an extra 1. My strength is 8. Your toughness is?
7.
So 3s to wound. Oh, you've been lucky here. These are brutal 2 each. So that's 4 wounds at AP2. You have to pass them all, my friend. You have to pass them all. Oh, he dies with an extra wound going in. Your warlord has died turn 1. How does that feel?
Honestly, great. It happens all the time.
Now, we do want to point something out, because there's already comments probably. You did have a +3, not +2 like we thought, to charges.
Yes.
But what we would have done, if that was the case, is that I wouldn't have given you that extra charge if you had, if we knew you had the +3. So if we go back to turn 1 charge, the +2 would have given you an 11. That's why we didn't say anything. No, yeah, an 11.
Yes, an 11.
But the +3, because you're moving 14, would have given you a +3.
Exactly.
But if I knew that, we have both decided that obviously I wouldn't have given you that extra charge with
A bit too late as well to move everything.
Exactly, yes. So he's dead. Do they blow up? No, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. Only 2 wounds dealt with him. Sad times. Okay, next up, we're going to do this off camera again. 1 billion attacks there from the Phalanx Blades and the rest. And obviously you attacking back, same as that side. And we'll go from there. We're back. Combat now ended. And it hasn't been as brutal as on the other side. My wounding rolls haven't been enough. You've lost a total of
4 guys.
4 whole models plus a wound.
Plus a wound.
I've lost 2 whole models. So I've won combat. Minus a lot to do. It's basically
That's
double
fine,
1 again, right?
Ooh,
But you don't. So
D3 wounds.
T3 wounds, yeah.
So
Which is
just
just 1. So 1 more is dead. So you have survived much more on that side. A lot more, actually. But that finishes off my turn 1, which I'm pretty happy about. Killing your warlord has given me a tasty 3 points.
It has.
Because it's a HQ plus break their ranks, gives you +1 for being HQ. And slay the warlord as well.
Yeah.
So 3 points. You score now some points. So how many? You've scored 4, right?
5, I believe.
5. Ooh, okay. So, on to turn 2 for the Demons of the Runestorm, coming up next. Okay, we are into turn 2 now. It's been a brutal turn 1. Yeah, basically what everybody's here for. Now, I was going to call you William. You're not Big Will. You're Big
shocked.
Louis. Louis, take us through your movements.
Right. So, as you can probably see, I've mastered everything forward, ran
Yes.
everything forward. This
Yeah.
is an old world. And I'm just getting ready for some counter charges. So, as you can see, my demonettes are moving up there to try and help that lonely cavalry.
Yep, information and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
In their ranks, like old worlds.
Have a 3-rank bonus in there.
Yeah. And then,
The beasts, have moved up just to kind of be a bit of a nuisance on that side.
okay.
The sovereign has moved up, and Pardo has reacted there, moving.
Yeah, when I reacted, as soon as you moved up, I moved closer to you because I wanted to get away from your Gargantuan, which is now 8 inches away.
It is
with the +1. That 18 is including the +1 from both my Red Butchers and my Contemptor, which is pretty good. And then all your infantry has basically moved towards the center. You basically want to get Slay the Warlord from me as well.
Yes, I need
which is
to
good.
kill a unit, and that should hopefully put me a little bit ahead.
And you got 5 tasty points, which is
do.
good. So you want to go for my line units on top of that as well. Okay, perfect. So no shooting.
Who needs shooting?
Okay, so do you want to do charges? We might as well do charges.
Yeah, we might as
mate.
well.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Let's start with that one.
Okay, into
your.
Okay, nothing I can do there because I'm in combat. So
Okay, so
3, 4, 5,
believe
definitely
that's
in. Yeah. These are going into
Yeah,
here.
so I'll go
I will
again.
hold the line here.
all right, so that's another 4.
So that's so they're in. What else are we doing?
This sovereign into your dreadnought.
Okay, I'll hold the line there as well. So I need to do. He's in. I need to do. He doesn't have to do a leadership because he's fearless, but I do need to do a hold the line here, which I pass.
Okay, so these 2 squads.
And he's just gone into the contempt.
Just the Contemptor, yes. I don't think I want to
Get more attacks into him, right?
Actually,
Perfect.
if I charge you there
Into
then-
here?
Well, if I put the Red Butchers in as well,
Yeah.
then you won't get your attack bonuses next turn, right?
No, because I haven't charged. No.
Okay. Well,
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
ooh, I don't know. Can I get back to that one?
Yeah.
All right.
You can carry on
We'll
charging
carry on
if
over
you
here.
want.
So,
So those 2 can't fail, so we can put them in.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start with her just to see
Yeah.
how
What
much
is
she
she
can
going to do? Is she going to go in or is she going to go for the long charge? Long bomb?
No, I'm going to go in there. I'm
Okay.
going to go character killing.
Perfect.
So,
She's in
Okay.
as well. Okay, so let's move everybody up. I'll give you a second to think about this. What I might do here, if you don't mind, is I will, if you just charge the Contemptor, I will instead Overwatch, which I forgot they could do. And if you counter charge, I'll probably, or if you counter charge, I'll still Overwatch with him.
Yes.
Because counter charge basically denies you, makes you a disordered charge.
Yeah.
So you won't get any benefits from charging. Okay, let's move everybody in, have a little think about that, and we'll catch you back in the fight phase.
Hey folks, hope you're enjoying the game. Just wanted to point out that we have, of course, SN Plus, which is where you can access more content of this type. Just head over to the join button or the link in the description below, and you will find that we have various tiers that you can catch more content, of course, for Horus Heresy and 40K and other behind the scenes stuff. So don't forget to check that out. Also, we have our Patreon where you can support us further, and there's extra perks there, which you get stuck right in. So back to the game. I hope you're enjoying it.
Okay, everybody's now moved in, and he has multi-charged. He's gone into both, so that means that I will be overwatching with my Contemptor. So two shots, both hits, even with the night fighting. Oh, we need to roll for night fighting actually, and strength 9, so 2 to wound. Oh, Plasma Blaster, 2 hits, strength 7, toughness 7, right?
Toughness 7, yes.
Yep. So no wounds again. Ooh, that was lucky. Okay, so we're going to go into combat. Now, again, I'm very sorry, but there's a billion attacks, billion trillion attacks on that side. So we'll probably do all that off camera. But we've got the big things to attack. We're going to start off with your Sovereign.
Yes.
She's putting all her attacks into the Contemptor, right?
Yes.
Okay, even though she's attacked both.
Yep.
Here we go.
Let's see if I get luckier this time.
Okay, so hitting weapon skill is 6, so you're hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 misses already. Don't start again. That's how you started. And then your strength is
11 at this point.
11. 4. So 2 wounds.
Okay,
so that is 2 wounds. Okay, brutal 3, right?
Brutal 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is straight into it.
These are 5 ups. I passed 3.
Whoa!
I'm so sorry. It did lose 1 wound before, didn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
It lost 2 wounds. No, or was it brutal 2?
It was brutal 3 last time.
It was brutal 3. I need to check. I think it lost 2 wounds, so it's down to 4. Lost another 3, so I think it's down. Yeah, I'm quite positive. Down to 1. Let's mark him up before he forgets. Do you want to get a wounds marker there?
Yes, I'll get one.
Okay. So he's down to 1 or 2. I'll double check that. Now I'll quickly fight back there with the Contemptor at least. So he's got 3 attacks and only 3 attacks because he didn't charge. So hitting on 5s. Let's see if he hits this time. He does hit. And strength is 9. So 2s. That I needed that. That's brutal 3.
Brutal 3.
So 4 ups. And loses 1. So he's down to 5. Okay. Now let's go on to your main man, which is your Gargantuan. Yes. What is he called? What's the Gargantuan called? This is a Sovereign. That is a
Archdemon.
Archdemon. Okay. So you've challenged because here we spill over. Won't spill over at the SN studio. So and it's so iconic. Look at that. My Praetor facing off against that Archdemon. Probably not his best way to die in this battlefield. But what's your initiative?
My initiative.
I'm unwieldy, so you're going to strike first.
Yes. I do get a Hammer of Wrath attacks before
Let's
we
do
start.
that. That's an initiative 10.
I'll roll my D3. So that's 3 hits.
Okay. 2 hits, right? That's a D.
It's an actual D3.
Oh, it's an actual D3. Wow, that has really smashed my brain. Okay, so 3. Auto hits, and the strength is
strength 9.
Strength 9. Okay. So choose to wound, and these are instant killing actually. So let's go on to my 2-up saves because my command squad always have 2-up saves. So 2-up save, 2-up save, 2-up save. Pass them all.
Right.
Okay, and now we go into the attacks. Let's do it. Now I could have accepted with any of them, but I don't want to. I want it to be the Predator. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy.
You know.
Here we
this
go.
is what we're here for.
How many attacks does he have?
Right, so she gets 6 base.
Okay.
Then
I could have disordered charges there as well, because I can do 2 in the sword phase. I did it. I shot there.
Yes.
Haven't done it anywhere. So yeah, if you don't mind, I would have disordered charges there because I don't want you to get rage.
Did you not disorderly charge?
No.
No?
So
Okay,
I don't want you to get rage, and I don't want you to get an extra attack either because you do have rage, right?
I do have rage.
Okay, so there we go. We disordered it.
Okay. So
and they weren't in combat either, right? Because they weren't in combat, so I can do it. Yeah.
Did you need to roll them
Who
around?
did you charge in first? You wouldn't have charged in with them because
Yeah, it would be in the demonets.
we're not doing a demonette. So yeah, you can have your range
Okay.
attacks.
So,
I'll do it on here.
All right, perfect. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks. coming in.
Ouch. Weapon skill
Weapon skill 7.
7. So my weapon skill is 6. So you're hitting on 3s. Oh, come on, bad roll, bad roll.
It is a bad roll.
What is going on? We had to switch the camera off because that
just happened.
I've never, yeah, that just happened. Wow. So you've missed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No rerolls or anything, right?
Yeah, weapon skill 7, nothing like that. So
No master crafted, right? Or anything
I
like
don't
that?
believe so.
Okay. So, okay, I'm happy though. So, yeah, it is what it is. Now, you only need this one to go through because
Yes.
it's brutal 2, isn't it? Not
Brutal
3?
3.
Is it brutal 3 as well? Are you sure? I thought
Yes.
you said brutal. I thought you said something different about it.
brutal
right?
3 and immaterial blades AP1.
Okay. So, because she has it as well, right?
Yes, they all have
They all
immaterial
have the
blades.
same blades. Okay.
It's just different ones. She's AP1 instead of AP2 like the other ones. So.
Okay, perfect.
Right,
so
strength 9.
strength 9, so 2 to 1. Don't roll a 1.
There it is!
Oh my God.
The Chaos Gods do not smile upon
This
me
is,
today.
you don't know how crazy this is. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I can't strike you now because I am initiative, I am unwieldy.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do all the attacks. We have more or less calculated how many wounds you should do. So he should survive. So we're going to keep him for last. And now we're going to go into the billion attacks, which is billion attacks, trillion attacks, billion attacks, 1 million, 100 million attacks on that side, off camera, because we don't want the report to have to be 4 hours. We're going to come back to show you what the wounds have been, the casualties have been. And then, yes, my Praetor.
I can't believe that happened.
Listen, if you don't understand, I want someone to comment and try and statistically let us know what are the odds of that, because they must be like 1 trillion to 1. Yeah, let's go on to my attacks, I guess. Coming up next. 6 hours and 36 minutes later, we have finished combat. Well, no, we actually haven't finished combat, just about. So I'm going to try and talk you through, because we've already done our saves, because it was so much easier. At the beginning, we were saving the dice to the side, and then we were like, let's start rolling, because we just don't have enough dice. So this combat was a draw. You lost some, I lost some. I won combat here, which is crazy. So you do need to do a leadership. It's a 4. So you lost by 3 because of my Vaxilia. So you basically need to roll a 4 or under. So no. So D3 extra wounds dealt on there because you don't run.
3.
It's the 3. So 2, and he goes down to 2. Okay. Here I did do an extra wound on you.
You did do.
But I'm fearless there, so we don't have to do any leadership tests. And then we went on to here. Now, the command squad, the Chosen, have 2 up saves, which actually caught Lewis by surprise.
Yes,
so
it did.
I have won combat there by 3, I believe it was. Because you did, you killed 2.5.
2.5, and you've
I've killed 5. So it's the same at the moment. The only difference is the Praetor could actually get some more things. We're going to leave it at the end. And at the very end, you have lost by a lot. It's a double 1 for each of those. So do you want to do the demonettes first?
Yep, I'll go with the first one.
Okay.
So
fail. So D3 extra lost on them. I'm going to steal that D3, by the way. And then double 1 on the Seekers as well. So 2 more. So 1 more is slain. Okay, so it's all now down for combat resolution for the Praetor. He's got 4 attacks. He's obviously in a challenge, so he's going to go into, obviously, Mrs. Big Daddy, or Big Mummy, basically. 4 attacks on him. So, he always has an extra 1. Oh, he hasn't charged, so he doesn't get that. So, weapon skill 6. Your weapon skill is 7, though.
It is, yes.
Looking for 5s. That is 2. That isn't bad at all. My strength is 8. Your toughness is 9, isn't it?
It is.
Disgusted. Okay, so I'm looking for 5s again, which I get both. It's a Thunderhammer, so this is brutal 2. So it's 4 wounds. You do have a 4-up save?
I do have a 4+
Okay,
save.
let's see if you can do it. You've been saving quite well on these big 4-ups.
Well, at least something's going well, no? All right, so just 1 wound.
That's again, so he's down to 6. That means that you've lost combat by 1.
Yes, I have.
She is fearless.
She is fearless.
So you just have to do it for them. So -1, so leadership is basically 5 or less.
Yep.
So
it's a
no, so
7.
D3 on that big unit.
The D3. So 2.
2, and then basically they're exactly the same on this unit.
Double 1. No.
No, so D3 on that unit.
So another 2.
So an extra 2. Okay. Now I do need to roll for them because the Dreadnought is fearless, but not the Red Butchers. 6, 7, 8. Fine, they have passed.
Is that
so we
with
stay...
the -2? Because I do have fear and it is night fighting.
Oh yes, I think you've actually. That's quite important. We've forgotten night fighting for you, but that doesn't really matter because you've been losing.
Failed all of them.
Failed all of them. Let's check it out. I've rolled an 8.
Yes.
Let's see what that happens, and that will end your turn anyway. So we can do that in the middle of my basically movement.
Yep.
And we'll come back for movement. World Eaters, turn 2. We are very, 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 very quickly back because they're fearless. I forgot they were fearless. Yeah, they're madmen, so I guess they would always be fearless because you don't care about anything. Now, we've come back because we can also do your will not die rolls at the end of your turn. So let's do your sovereigns one.
Sovereign?
Yeah.
On a 5+? Nope.
No, and
And
for
behemoth?
your little behemoth, yeah.
A 5+?
Oh, he gets it back. That's tough. Down to, back to 7. But the good thing is that I do have a Contemptor moving towards it. My las cannons can't do anything because we are in combat there. So you're very lucky there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's put a little smile on you.
Just watch me roll more ones.
Yeah, I will count up the points for how many I have. I think I just get 2 points, maybe 3. I think I get 3 points because I've got. I don't. If you want, do you want to measure on camera here for those viewers? I don't think I'm within 24. No, I'm not. Definitely not. But I am with that one. I am with my command squad and my banner, and I am with them. So that's 3 points. I think I'm in the lead now by 1.
Yes.
Oh, and
killing my warlord.
I can't believe you haven't killed your warlord. That's bonkers. Let's go on to, now we can go on to my movement. Turn 2 coming up. We're back. Turn 2 movement for the World Eaters. Not much happening. I've stayed put with my tanks on this side. I've shuffled up with this one just in case I do break out of combat. I can start shooting the big things. But he's lucky. All these las cannons can now not target them. I've moved up with that tactical squad. Going to go into the fight. I've got chain axe. I've got chain swords as well. So the more attacks I can go into, the better, basically. And my Contemptor, which was on the back lines, has now moved up towards his Gargantuan and hopefully going to hit him in the back of its head and kill him with one fatal blow.
She'll just turn her head around and
Yeah,
her arms will get her from behind.
Okay, so no shooting. Everything's in combat.
That's what I like to hear.
No, because I can't see, by the way, the only thing that's not in combat is these, and I double checked and I can't see them, so nothing I can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge. We're going to charge with the Contemptor into your Gargantuan, so he's in, and we're going to charge in with your with my tactical squad, and they're in as well. So with a +2, by the way, from the Rite of War. And that's it. We're going to go straight into combat. What we're going to do is, again, and I'm very sorry because we don't have time for this, we're going to do a couple of combats. We'll do this one on camera. We'll do this one on camera. We'll do this one on camera. We'll do the big things on camera. And then, how many guys have we got there?
Well, there's 3 cavalry.
Let's try and do a couple. Let's do a couple. Right. So let's move everybody in, get some dice ready, and get into combat. We have decided we will be doing some combats this time. There's less attacks, which we're happy about. And yeah, we're both striking at the same initiative. We're both initiative 4. So I'm going to let Lewis as a guest to strike first. So these are your demonettes first.
Yep.
There we go. Lesser demons going in hearts, 2 attacks each.
Yep, 28 attacks.
Hitting on 5s though. Hitting on 5s. Is that 28? We don't need to reroll any. Okay, perfect. And then strength is 5.
Yep.
So wounding on 3s.
Ooh.
Just 1.
Just 1.
Okay, so I don't have my artificial armor anymore. So 3 up. That's a pass. And then you do have your cavalry.
Yes, which is just 2 attacks.
2 attacks, yep. Doesn't hit. Okay, now I strike with all these attacks. I'm going to go... This many is going to go into your cavalry. I want to take that cavalry off. It's becoming a pain. So, hitting on 3s. And strength is 5. Your toughness is?
5.
So 4s. That is 1 wound.
So
5 up.
5+, sorry.
Yep, so that's a wound. But doesn't die. And then we've got all these going into the demonettes. Hitting on 3s. Because of my weapon skill is 5. We move these off the table. As you can see, I've had to use one of those nasty pig dice. and toughness is 5 still, right?
Yes.
So,
fours.
needing 4s, yes. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 up saves.
7 5 pluses, that's good.
5 dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so one more. 5 there. Okay, so in total you've lost 6 wounds.
6.
I didn't lose any, right? No.
I
So
don't believe so.
so basically double 1 on each, right? Plus fear, plus night fighting, sorry, which we rolled off camera and it's carried on. So D3 on them.
Yep, so have to use the D3
Yeah,
for this.
now you have to.
So
2 extra. I like this. More things
cavalry.
like. And cavalry failed as well.
And there's
D3.
only 1 wound
There's
left.
only 1 wound, so he dies. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now let's get some dice ready and move on to this one. Okay, next combat. So we've got the beast. We both strike with the same initiative.
We do.
So do you want to go? How many attacks do you have? 4?
3 attacks.
3 attacks. Okay.
So
Hitting on weapon skill is 4, right? So
Yes.
2 hits and
now
strength.
6.
So 2 to wound. 2 wounds. Do you want to roll for me because my hand is actually full of dice?
You can use your dice.
Yes, that will make it a bit better. Both passed.
saved.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we remove those 2 if you don't mind. Those 2 dice very quickly. These are all my attacks with the apothecary as well, which strikes at the same time. So I've added his extra attacks there. Not my sergeant because he is unwieldy. So hitting on 4s. Weapon skill is 4, right? You said.
Yes.
Okay, so that is actually a very good roll. You're on 2 wounds remaining. Strength, toughness is 5. So,
So
5s, because my strength is 4.
Oh, sorry.
But I re-roll because I've got chainswords. 1 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. Is it 5 up saves?
It is 5 plus
Because
6.
they don't have an armor, right?
Yep.
And
Ooh,
he is
gone.
dead. Okay, so he's removed. That's made me happy. See, one more thing to bother. Moving on to the Sovereign. You're striking first at the very, very high initiative.
Yep.
What are you striking? You're going into the Dreadnought now?
Well, let's see if I can finally kill it.
Yes. I think that now is the time.
Now is the time. So
Let's do it.
5 attacks.
Let's do it.
Hitting on 3s.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is great.
What is happening with your dice?
I think they're just camera shy.
Okay, and strength is
At this point, I believe it's still 11.
still 11. Okay. Okay. Stop
Right,
doing that. Okay,
right.
that's not even funny anymore. Let's go on to my Contemptor, hitting on 5s. And I carry on hitting. Strength 9, toughness, so 2 to wound, right? Again, brutal 3.
So 3 saves.
4 ups.
3 4s. Oh, after 1
Down
wound.
to 1. I can't believe I'm going to kill a Sovereign now. So, I've got 3 attacks each. I still have the full unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 8, 16, 24 attacks. So this is 20. I'm hitting on 5s because your weapon skill is very high.
Yep.
There we go. So hitting on 5s. There we go. And strength, looking for 6s.
Yes.
Nothing. And that was 20. 8, 16, 17, 19, 20, 1, 2. So 4 more attacks. I do have 4 more
Do I
attacks. to
live?
go.
Do I live?
That is 1 hit.
I do.
And no wounds. But I do still have my double chain fist to do, which he has 3 attack standard and 1 for 2 specialist weapons. Nothing, my friend. Nothing, my friend. He lives on 1 wound.
Live on 1 wound.
He lives on 1 wound. Okay, moving on to the middle here. I think we should do like the big stuff.
Yep, I have them
and
ready.
we'll do all the small arms, small dice off camera. You still have a high initiative, right? Your initiative is
I believe it's 6.
6. Okay, so you are going first, and we're in a challenge still.
We're in a challenge.
So yeah, I'm gonna allow you to do it.
I'm going to get different dice.
Yes, and you have less attacks, right? You do
I only have 6 now.
3 less attacks, and you're hitting on weapon skill is
Weapon skill 7.
7. So you're hitting on 3s.
Right, so I've taken my Team Jib dice now.
Yes,
Let's see if these are any better. So far, so good.
That's much better. 2s to wound.
Well, there you go.
Go drop 2. So that's 3. Still can do this.
brutal
I do have brutal 3 each.
Yep.
Okay, that is very different. And these are strength
9.
9. So you're instant killing this, unless I pass them all.
Oh,
No. Okay,
there he
so I should have done them separately because we do spill through with SN. So shall I do them? Shall I do them again? Because I'm going to fail anyway. I just need to fail one. So this is the Praetor. He's dead, and then we would have 2 more dead because they're brutal 3. So 2 more of the Chosen is dead. Okay, next up we've got my Contemptor. Now he's got 3 attacks. He's got 1 for charging and 1 for World Eater. So he's got a total of 5 attacks. My weapon skill is 5. Your weapon skill is
Still 7.
Still 7. So I'm looking for 5s. That is only 1. And my strength is 9. Toughness is 9.
9.
Doesn't wound. Okay. Now, off camera, we will be doing the Chosen and all the Demonettes with that unit of Tactical Marines that have just joined the battle as well. And we will also do Lewis's flank off camera as well. Saved a bit of time, but you have seen a bit of action.
Oh, yeah,
I can't believe that Sovereign is on 1 wound. But I've cleared this flank, which is pretty decent. If I would have killed that Sovereign, that would have been actually very different.
I mean, I still find it incredible that the Dreadnought's still alive.
I know, it's crazy. Okay, we're back and we've done another 3 hours and 60 minutes. No, that's actually 4 hours. So yeah, we've done 4 hours of more combat. Briefly going to take you through, because I believe that we did this on camera.
Yes, we did.
We did this on camera. We did this on camera. What we haven't done is this mismatch of stuff.
one, yeah.
So I've lost a couple of Tactical Marines. I lost a couple of Chosen because of the spilling over from him. And I've basically lost that combat by 3.
By 3.
My leadership is 10 because of my banner. So I'm down to 7. I need the 7.
Minus 2 because of fear and night fighting.
And night fighting, yes. So basically 5. So failed.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll sort that out. On the other side there, just briefly, I did win combat on that side.
You did?
Your cavalry is now kaput, there. But you still have a lot of Demonettes there. Okay, so first, the Chosen have failed, and then I do have my Tactical Marines there, which have failed as well. So, 2d6. Could you want to cut me down?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the Chosen, 1 each. 2 plus my initiative.
3.
What's your initiative?
I believe it's 4.
Okay, so you cut me down there. So my Chosen is kaput. They're down. And then let's go on to that one. So I believe this is the problem, see, because when there's multiple units, you're not supposed to add your initiative. But where I'm confused is that it's not only 1 unit cutting me down, it's 2. So for this game specifically, to ease it, we're going to actually do it as 2 separate combats.
Okay.
But we shouldn't. And comment below if we are doing it wrong. But we're just going to basically roll. And if you want to cut me down, you can cut me down.
Yeah, tell us how it works.
3.
3 and 6.
6, you cut me down as well. But normally, if it's multiple combats, it's just a 6. You just roll your dice, you don't have your initiative. And for me, yes, I would still add my initiative.
Right.
But I'll allow you to cut both units down. I want this game to be more interesting. And as well, it might be that way because you have 2 separate units and not 1. But my head starts hurting when I start thinking about it.
I mean, don't even ask me.
So,
I think we're playing Old World. So.
That's it. 2 units slain, and those are 2 line units as well. That's the end of my turn 2.
Now it's the start of my turn 3.
Now it's the end started, but you go down to toughness of 4, strength of 4. I like it. Turn 3, Demons of the Runestorm. Everything's stuck in combat except for the 2 units that are now split on either side, which run down my units, even though we might have done it wrong. It's narrative, so we like it. So these Demonettes are moving towards this Contemptor, which is on 1 wound, and those are trying to go into your my rampages.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice time there.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so what are we going to do? No shooting, just charges straight into charges.
Again, who needs shooting?
Yeah.
Charging.
Perfect.
I think that's
yeah,
plenty.
definitely. And then these guys are basically can't really fail, but just a bit more movement, and they're in. Okay, so let's move both units in. Nothing I can do. Let's go on to the 5 ways coming up next. Starting off on my closest flank, couple of Demonettes left, which I want to basically remove from play. So we're both striking at the same initiative.
Yes.
I shall allow you to go first, my friend.
All right. Let's see. So we're still hitting on 5s.
Yes, sir. That's not a bad roll.
No.
And wounding on
4s. I believe
4s. Yep.
Okay.
So that is 4 wounds, no 6s.
No 6s.
So 3 up saves. 1 wound dealt, which is 1 dead. But he does strike. He does strike. He does strike at the same time. Okay, so I'm hitting on 3s because my weapon skill is better. I need these dice and these dice to add to that. And on top of that, I can get a free reroll because I needed 21 dice. So remove these and these and that one and this one. And then these are wounding on 3s now because your strength has gone down. So, so just 4.
You're rolling like me now.
Just 4.
Right, so 4 5 pluses.
So lose 3. That means that you've lost combat by 2.
Yep.
So your leadership is 4. And
Oh,
you fail.
no.
D3.
Where's the D3? Here it is.
We always have to roll D3 now.
Which
One
is
more.
right.
So they're still there. Still there.
We're
Okay.
resilient.
We move on to your sovereign next.
Yep.
Where is he striking into? Because you might have a change of plan, right?
Well, I'm hoping there's enough attacks in there to take 1 wound off the Dreadnought.
Yes.
So, obviously, because everything has been going my way, we're going to gamble it and we're going to attack the butchers.
Okay, perfect. So let's do that.
5 attacks,
Yes, sir.
hitting on something.
Well, like weapon skill 3, so you're hitting on 2s actually against them.
That's fine.
Okay, and strength is, what's your
Well, at
strength?
least, strength 10 now.
Strength 10, so it would be 9, so you're still instant killing.
Well, that's 2 wounds.
There's 2 wounds, okay. So I do have 4 ups here because of Cataphracti. That is 1 slain.
All right, that's better than...
Yeah, that's not bad. That's 2 wounds you've told. Okay, now you do have to do all your attacks with your demonettes. That amount of dice, and we're going to roll them on camera for your viewing pleasure.
let's do this.
Orc players are going wild now. Wah! Okay, so
This is why you
hitting
play
on,
demons. Whoops.
you're going into your dreadnoughts, right?
Yes.
So you're hitting on 5s and wounding on
One as well.
6s. Okay,
Well, let's grab the...
all the 5s and 6s, which isn't bad, but you're
Ooh.
hoping to get some more 6s. And there's 1 more there. There we go. Okay, that isn't bad at all. Now you're looking for the 6s. This is the roll you really want.
Let's
Strength 4,
go.
that is 1.
1.
I do have a 2-up save. Watch me roll a 1.
Nope.
What was it? A 5. Okay. So he does survive,
Well, I
meaning
had to try.
that he will strike and he will go into. He'll go into her. I need to kill her. I need to kill her. This is my chance, and
Right,
I
let's
can't
do
really
this.
fail these charges. So hitting on 5s, 1 hits, and wounding on strength 9, so wounding on 2s. That is a wound. Brutal 3. Brutal
no.
3.
Right, 4 plus.
Oh,
yes.
He saves them all, but don't celebrate too quickly because I do need to attack with all these. So let me get some dice ready and strike back with the Red Butchers. Red Butchers striking back at hitting on 5s. Okay, there we go, and there we go, and there. Oh, that's actually quite a tasty roll.
That is a very tasty roll.
I do need to roll 1 more dice because it was 21. Nope. And then these are. What's your toughness now?
Toughness 6.
6, so my strength is 5, so I am wounding on 5s, not 6s, which is much better. That is only 1. That is all I need, though.
What AP is this?
4-up save. AP 2.
So 4 plus.
No, the Sovereign is dead. I still had a couple of more shot from the Sergeant there with the dual-wielding Chain Fist, but look, that's a big win for me. That is massive. Let's get some more dice ready and carry on attacking. Okay, leadership test. 1 by 1 there. So leadership of 5. No, D3. Where's the D3?
It's
there
over
it
here.
is. I'm going to steal this dice. Only 1. I'm going to take her with the 2 big claws because why do you want big claws? Okay, let's go on to your gargantuan. What are they called again? What's this one called again?
This is the Archdemon.
Archdemon. There we go. Let's go with the Archdemon. She's been like the worst unit on the field. Let's see. Can you take her out?
Right,
Can you take the Contemptor out?
I'm ready to roll more 1s.
Yes. Hitting on, what's your weapon skill?
7.
7. So my weapon skill is 5, so 3s. Drop 2, which I'm happy. And then strength is now
Strength.
10, right?
Strength 8.
8. So 3s, 2 wounds. What? Stop it. Go away. Go. Listen. Go. Go. Okay, I see how today's story is going. Contemptor striking back, hitting on 5s. Nothing. There we go. That's the end of that. But the contempt is still there. I wanted you to kill it because I wanted you to shoot with all my las cannons at you, but I can't now. Okay, so let's move on to the combat. We will do it off camera because there's like three attacks each, right?
and then 2 attacks on the other side.
How many? That's a smaller unit though, right?
2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10 of them, so 30 attacks.
So 30 attacks. We'll do that off camera. Come back and I'll do my attacks as well because we're both striking at the same time. Now, you are a less strength, which is great. I like that. Let's come back and tell you what's actually happened. Okay, we're back and we've done that flank. And you actually won combat by 2. But I am stubborn.
You are.
And there was no night fighting in this turn 3, which we forgot to mention, this turn 3. So I basically stayed. I rolled a 4, we stayed, and you passed. You did really well. You passed like 5 up invulnerable saves out of 6 with you striking back.
7, and I passed 6
and you did kill 2 in revenge. So killing 2 rampages is actually quite tasty. Now, I wanted you to die here because all my las cannon vehicles are all pointing towards you, but I didn't. But look, I've got my contemptor there, which is quite fine. So on to my turn 3. What will happen is I'll probably move these guys up and charge. So I'll charge now. I don't think I need it there. Don't think I need it here. So yeah, I'll move them up there and then charge. So they're going to make it in. 7 plus that, plus 2 as well for my charge. Stay put there. Stay put there. Nothing I can do there. I'll probably win combat here. So let's move these guys in and go straight into combat again. I like this. So easy. And we're back. Everything now in combat. I did have to charge the Red Butchers because Lewis had a point. I was in combat with the Sovereign, but not with them. Because they just charged the Contemptor. So I've charged them. I could have charged the Gargantuan, but
you should have charged the other.
I don't think so. You're gonna fail again.
No, you should have charged.
The other thing is that he spills over and does a lot of wounds. So I want to kill these units because we're still winning by 2. Because you've scored 2 consecutive turns, 5 points for having 5 line. So I need to kill your line, basically. So this is what's going to happen now. Now, we're going to move again. We're going to do it from closest to me, which is this unit, and move our way towards Lewis's side. Let's go here. You've got 3 lesser demons. That's 6 attacks only.
6 attacks.
I like that the dice are going less and less. Here we go. Hitting on 5s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on 4s. I like that. Nothing. Going down and down. Nothing. And I'm striking back with all these. 3 attacks each. 2 standard plus 1 for dual weapon. And hitting on 3s.
I think that is.
And strength is now 5, which I like as well. And there we go. So all those. So 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds. 5 up saves.
8 5 pluses.
You could, and then crumble again.
Absolutely.
So, no, just about. So they're dead. I will consolidate towards the middle a bit more to add a bit of pressure. Let's go on to the Gargantuan. Because I think this is going to be a little bit of a mess as well.
What dice do I use now?
It's your choice. Well, we've got more dice there if you want to choose them.
I'm going to mix.
Okay, a mix is good.
3 and 3. All right, let's see if we do something.
And you go down an extra strength and toughness on turn 5, right?
Yes, on turn 5,
which there's no turn 5 because this is a 4-turn mission, which is, look at that cheeky smile.
It's good for me.
Here we go.
All right, so still strength and toughness 8, which is very good.
Yes, sir.
And now weapon skill 7, so hitting
yes,
on 2s, I believe it was.
Strength, toughness, what's your weapon skill?
7.
No, you're hitting on 3s. So that's 3 misses. And your strength is?
8.
8, so 3 is 2 wounds.
So
this time is 2, and you are brutal 3.
Yep.
So the good thing is that I can. There's no instant killing or anything. It's not major strike or anything like that, right? Yep. So I need a 5 to survive here. That is a 5. Oh, no. I have survived once more, but this is your turn. So I really wanted to die again. So 1 wound left on him. He's got 3 attacks striking back. Here we go. Are you checking if it's got a major strike or something?
That's exactly what I'm checking.
I don't think it has. It would be like very, very strong if it had it.
Melee, brutal 3, Sunder, Immaterial Blades, AP1, so no.
Yeah, Sunder is against vehicle, so perfect. Here we go. Hitting on 5s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. Again, a 1. He doesn't hit back either. But he's down to 1. Do you want to point a little wound marker there? Okay.
Well, that's nice at least.
What we're going to do here is we're going to do this all on combat. So there's a billion. There's what? 3 attacks each from them. 4 attacks each from them. No, 5 attacks.
5, yeah.
And they've got 1 standard, 1 for 2 close combat weapons, 1 for 2. They've got 4 attacks each, the normal basic tactical marine. So they're probably going to be dying. So we'll do this off camera. We'll do that on camera to change it up
I can
a
do
bit.
this now quickly.
So we'll do that really quickly because you just got 2 attacks there. Let's
there's
change
10.
it up a bit.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, there's still a lot of
9,
attacks. You can
10.
do your others as well, right?
Yes, I probably could do all of
strike
it.
at the same time. Yeah.
I'll do these 10 first because I don't think I have enough dice out.
Okay, cool. So hitting on 5.
5.
This is the newly entered into play units. That's a good set. That's good.
Very good. Ooh.
Very nice. Now, wounding on 4s though.
4s.
Not 3s like before.
8 6s.
So that is 2 and 3 wounds. Okay. So artificer armor. My sergeant is still there.
Ooh,
He
no.
wounds, but he has 2 wounds. So I need to carry on doing those on him now. No, so he's down to 1 wound on him, and do your rest of the guys. How many do you have on the other side, which we can't really see? Let's take a little sneak peek.
There is 13.
Still more than I thought. So 13 on that side. So that is 26 attacks. You can see that he's used to using a lot of dice. See, he's got like 100 pink dice. Let's do this. Hitting on 5s. Let's see if you can have another tasty roll. That looks quite good as well.
I think so.
Not as good as before, but still good. No, not good.
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
I think that's about average anyway. And then wounding on 4s, looking for those 6s.
Ooh,
No, so
only
that's
2.
just 2. So,
Has to be on your...
yeah, I think I've done, I have to do it, yeah, because he's wounded already, so I have to carry on. So passes and passes.
passes.
Perfecto. Okay, how many guys? So I have my sergeant with 3, which should have attacked before you actually, because I have +1
right.
initiative. 2 hits and 1 wound.
Well, I better save this then.
No, so that's the first one dead. And then I have 1 with a chain axe still. 2 hits, 2's to wound, 1 more, 5 up.
Not save. Ooh, save.
And then how many dual phalanx blades
Just
do I
2.
have? Just 2. So that is 3 attacks each, 3 and 3. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That's 4 more wounds. Kill 2 more. So you've lost combat by
2.
by 3, right? Because I killed 1 more. Did you? I think I killed 3 now, right?
You've killed 3 in total.
3 in total. Okay, I thought you failed 1 more. So you've lost by 3. So your leadership is 6 on either side.
So first one,
It's
Fails.
failed, so D3
the D3.
is just 1. And then
The other one. Ooh,
failed
no,
as
no.
well. Is that anything extra? No, right?
No, if this was old one, they would all go.
D3.
So 2.
It's a 2. Okay. So I'm still munching away on that side, but there's still 2 units there. So you will be scoring another 2 points in your turn 4. Okay, off camera, let's do the 1,000,000 attacks and tell you what's actually happened. Hopefully there's no demonettes there. Okay, turn 4, movement now over for the demons of the Runestorm. And this is your last turn.
It is my last turn.
And you've scored another 3 points, tasty 3 points. Taking the score to, what did I just say?
I think it was 14 to 9.
14-9, yeah, exactly that. So, take us through your movement. All your
Right.
units are in combat, except for this. You were about to run away, but then your thoughts,
Oh, there's no point. If it's my last turn, I'm not going to score anymore. So I might as well try and get into combat and let's kill more things.
if you kill me, I would score 1 less point. At the moment, I have 1, 2, 3 points.
Yes.
So I would go up to 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't think I can win it unless there is
You might get some points for killing
I
him.
don't think so. I don't think so. I think I get a point for having more on the table than you.
Right.
But that will only take me to 1. But let's keep
Well,
it a
let's see,
secret.
let's see.
Let's see. Let's do this. So charges.
I'll start.
They're
with that.
charging into there.
So that's a 4.
Okay. So yeah, you needed a
should
4.
be in.
So they're in. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. And they move 8 anyway, right?
Move 7.
7. Okay. So they're in just about. They needed a 4 anyway, so that's fine. And that's about it. So we're going to go into combat. Shall we start here?
I have the dice for this one ready. So
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's see if it is a moment. Let's see. I want you to kill her because I want to shoot you with all my last
Right,
cards.
so that's a great roll to start off with.
Yes, but don't curse yourself. Don't curse
No,
yourself.
you watch. Now I'm gonna hit.
3's to wound.
Great.
Just
Love it.
1.
I think that
Can I
one's
do
just
5 5 ups? 3 5 ups. No, I can't. So it explodes. D6 is 3 inches. Do you want to quickly measure how many I get?
So
Just get one, right?
Just one, yeah.
So do you want to roll for that? On a 2-up, you wound one of my red butchers, which you do. 2-up save, which I pass. And I wound you on a strength 8, toughness, your toughness 8. So 4 is to wound. Nothing. Okay, Contemptor is finally dead. They've lasted so much. But this is good, because now she is out in the open, and all my las cannons are finally ready, and they've been aiming for a very long time. So they're not going to miss. And there's no night fighting as well this time. Moving on to the newly fresh unit here that has gone in. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 10. That's 30 attacks. Do you want to do that on camera?
I have them ready.
Lovely. I like it. Orc players rejoice. And Demons of the Runestone rejoice as well, because there is a lot of attack. So hitting on 4s here, because my weapon skill is 4, not 5. Not bad. So you're removing. Okay.
I think that's a good roll.
There's one more 3 just there. And then strength is 4. So 4 to wound.
4 to wound.
That's not bad. Just remove those. Okay, there's one more 3 there. Now I see a lot of 6s. A sea of 6s. 4. I do have artificial armor still there, so I might as well try it. So 2 up, 2 up. Do I have artificial armor? Yes, I do. 2 up and 2 up. Okay. And then I have 6 more to do.
Yep.
Which are 3 ups, followed by 5 ups. 2 dead. There we go. Now I strike back at the same initiative. So I know you struck at that high. You struck at a high initiative. So these are dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 2 attacks each. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I've got the 3 attacks from my apothecary. Hitting on 4s. Okay, remove these. And wounding on 4s, re-rolling because of shred. That is 3 wounds.
3 wounds, 3 fight pluses. No.
Remove them all. That is good, because that means that I will be... And then 2 attacks from my normal sergeant, which is 1 hit and 1 wound.
And 1 save.
Yes, Woo! Power Fist save there. Now I have 1 by 1. I have 1 by 2 because I do have a Vixilia. So leadership of 4. Which you failed. D3.
Where's the D? There it is. 3.
Okay. That's gone. Now, moving on to that side. I'm actually going to change the angle a bit. I'm going to move on to this side. So people see. Now, you've got a lot. You want to do them all together?
8. Yep.
So, what's that? 20 more attacks, right? It's a lot of attacks. They're still surviving. This flank could be yours. Let's do this.
Let's see. Do
you want to roll here in this corner?
It's only taken...
Nice little space there for you.
40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Hitting on 5s. Let's get these tasty 5s. I'll help you out. And that all misses. Yep. Those are all misses. But these are hits. I helped you. And then 4s to wound. 1, 2, so my sergeant's still there, so I can do 4 on artificial armor, and I have to because he is actually wounded. So 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, all passed. My turn to strike back. I will do. Let me cut down one of your units. It really doesn't matter at this point because I've survived, so I will be gaining my point. Let's try and cut one of your units down.
Go for this one with less people?
The one with less people, yes. So I've got my sergeant with 2 attacks. Or 3 attacks, sorry. 2 hits, 2 to wound. That's 2 wounds.
So 2 fight pluses.
Ooh, nice. I've got 1 chain axe, 1 hit, 1 wound. 5 up.
Another save.
Nope. No, that is a 2. And then I've got 2, I think, wielding... Yeah, 2 wielding the 3 attacks. 3 and 3. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. That's just 1. And save. So I win by 1. So leadership of 5.
So first unit.
Fails, so D3.
I'll do the second one as well.
Yeah. Both. No. So D3 on either side.
First D3. 3.
3.
The second one.
is 3 as well. But they're both still there. They're both still there. There we go. Okay, that concludes your turn 4. On to my turn 5, which is going to be very simple. I'm going to shoot with everything, charge with everything, and my main aim to finish off the game is to kill that Gargantuan. I think that's a win by itself, but you might win on points.
Ooh,
let's see how that goes. Okay, turn 4 World Eaters, and my guns are ready to fire again. It's been a long time. I only shot them once in turn 1. Okay, so let's start off with this Land Raider. Going to you. Yep. You can't evade because you are a Gargantuan and you're fearless. So, 1 shot Twin Linked, hitting on 3s finally. So that's a hit, and then 4 hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. Strength 9, toughness 8, 3 is 2 wounds. That's 2 wounds to start off with. 4 up saves. That's 2 misses. Down to 5. That's a good start. Rinse and repeat from the other Land Raider. That's a hit. That's a full house. 3 is to wound. That is 3 extra wounds.
3
4 up saves. 1 more, down to 4. And then we've got the Predator tanks, which I'm going to do at the same time because there's no point in doing anything else. So they've got 4 and 4. I need 1 more dice from over there, if you don't mind. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Oh, that is 3 wounds.
You're rolling like me now.
Yes, we're very tired. That is 2 more wounds, down to 2. Lastly, I've got my Contemptor here, who is going to fire his 2 las cannons, which 1 misses. Wounding on 3s, which misses. 2 Plasma Blasters, 2 hits, 1 wound.
Goes through again.
Goes through. Down to 1. No more shots on the table at all. So I'm going to charge with my Red Butchers, which I have to. They're in. And I'm going to try and charge with my Contemptor and go round, which I can. With 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 as well.
Yep.
So basically I would move these guys a bit further that way. So closest to closest would go like there.
That's fine. There's plenty of space.
And then I would put my Contemptor all the way around there. Perfect.
So I do get to hit first.
You do get to hit first. Let's carry on recording, right? We don't need to really switch off.
Well, I'm going to kill that Contemptor. Finally.
I'm going to allow you to do it. Here we go.
Right. 6 attacks. Weapon skill 7.
There we go. Finally now he starts to wake up.
And now at strength 8.
Yep, so 3 is 2 wounds. That's 3 wounds. So it's brutal 3. So he's dead. How many inches does he explode? He explodes 4 inches. So do you want to measure? I think it gets the whole unit maybe.
I believe it does.
Yes, it does. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds at 2 ups. I'll roll for yours, which it does wounds. Okay. This is going to kill you.
It'd be quite funny.
So 2 is to wound there. So that's 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 up saves. That's 1 instantly killed. Yep. Shall we move there? And now, I've wounded you. You have a 2 up save. Finish the game off with a 1. Come on. Everybody wants it. No, it's 6. That means that I will be striking you with all my... So, Contemptor's off. Shrink. And now I have... Let's try and do it with the chain axe wielding one. So, the champion. He's got 3 attack standard, 1 for World Eaters, 1 for charging, and 1 for 2 close combat weapons. Does he have 3 attacks? Yes, he does. I've done that right. Hitting on 5s. Strength 8, toughness 7, right now?
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8, so 4s. That is a wound. 4 up save. He passes. We go onto the power axes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they've got 2 attacks. Plus 1 for World Eaters, plus 1 for charging, so 5 attacks each. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 attacks. These are 20 here. If you put them all in my hands, these are 20. All my skull dice together are 20. Here we go. Hitting on 5s. 1, 2, 3. And then we said 30, right?
Yes.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Remove these. Hitting on 5s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, my strength is 5. Your toughness is? 8. 8. So I'm looking for 6s. I need a 6 here. Nothing.
Nothing.
That means that you survive and you win combat by one. So I am fearless. So we stay where we are. Now, the score at the moment is...
Let's check this. So you're sitting on 12 points and I'm sitting on
14 points. Now, there is one more rule, and I hope it's more than 1 point, because it is bloodied and unbroken. And I gain a point because I have more units on the table than yourself, because I am the defender, but that only grants me 1 more point. Slay the Warlord I maxed out. I already got Break Their Ranks for an extra 2 points. Nothing about Gargantuan, and even if I did, I would basically not have killed him. So my friends, it's been a bloodbath and I've loved it, and you have won by 1 point. Now I feel like I shouldn't have run back. I shouldn't have let you cut me down with that Chosen Squad in the middle. Feel bad about that. But look, we've loved it. And it's a win for the Demons of the Moonstorm. Bloodbath, a lot still on the World Eater side on the table. Loves the Rampages. But all these things, we're going to talk about it all. End of game conclusion, coming right up. And there we have it, the end of the game, and they win to the Demons of the Runestorm, which is, I'm quite happy about it, because it's always Marines, 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 Marines. So when we have something that isn't Marines, I actually kind of root for them in a way. Bloodbath, only by a point, cracking game. I wish we could have recorded like every single combat, because it's been mad throughout.
It's been crazy.
But the Barry report would be like 7 hours long, so sadly we can't. It is 11 o'clock at night now, so it's good because we speeded it up slightly without the camera at hand. Now, your first win on camera on Heresy. This is your first invite. You've done 40k before on the channel. Yeah, talk a bit about us. What did you think? Did you was there? I think there was a point where you thought, like, I started very strongly. I killed your Warlord 10-1. That must have changed things drastically for you.
I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
I'm a very aggressive player.
Yeah.
I do just kind of throw things.
We did talk about it in the start, like, do you want to go aggressive or not? But he is quite resilient. We saw he just about died.
Well, I'm surprised, really. No, I mean, coming from mostly playing 40k, and you know, I dabbled in Old World just a couple of weekends ago.
Yeah.
My demons tend to just die immediately, very, very quickly, no?
Yeah.
So I'm always really surprised when I jump onto Heresy and they just last.
They last. I love the mechanic of it. It's quite tough though. Like, I was like cutting that. The only thing that I think saved me was that saved you was that you don't have shooting. So when you're playing demons normally, you're getting shot at and then charged. So you lose like on 2 separate phases, where with my list it was just close combat.
Yeah. And I mean, I found it in just some previous games that I've had of Heresy where that exactly happens. They just start, you know, slowly whittling me down as I get to you, and then once I get to you, I just stick.
Yes.
You can't shoot at me. I just hold on and hold the line.
Doesn't it? Hasn't happened here. The only good thing about it was that I was better than you in combat, and I was winning every single combat, but not winning drastically. The only combat you did win, you cut me down.
Yes.
Which
we don't know if we did that right or not. But
it'll be comments. We'll read them in a couple of days' time. But let's talk a bit about No Retreat. So you are our first Gibraltarian, so based in Gibraltar, that will be representing Heresy at No Retreat. You must be excited. List-wise, you're saying that you probably will take something
similar.
I want him to take Brutes, but he needs to paint them up and he doesn't want to. So if you think he should take Brutes, comment in the comment section. If we have like 100 people saying take Brutes, he'll probably do it. How many comments do we have to get?
Oh, I don't know. To be honest, probably not many.
Let's say
they're very cool models.
Let's say if there's 20 comments saying that you have to take Brutes, you need to paint some Brutes.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll do that then.
On camera. Listen, on camera. Okay. But yeah, the list is quite good. It's quite simple, very easy to use, right? A lot of units are repeated.
So I might play around with it, just see have a look at the psychic element, see if it's worth taking.
Yeah, you were thinking about putting some flamers on them as well. You didn't put them specifically because you were playing World Eaters.
Well, I thought just in general, a lot of the Marines' special reactions have to do in shooting. So, you know,
it's great. It's good.
Big brain move there.
No, like just to have like a couple of templates, it's not worth it.
Exactly.
Because some of those
There's not enough firepower to...
Some of those reactions, specific Legion reactions, are very strong.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep them off, like I couldn't use mine. Mine was impossible because it is in the shooting phase.
Exactly. So it kind of gives me those little victories where I can't really win in the shooting phase. So I have to rely mostly in the combat, and just by not having any shooting, it's just another headache I don't have to think about.
Yeah, exactly. The Gargantuan is amazing, isn't it?
When it doesn't roll ones, yes.
When it doesn't roll once. But you should have been like smashing me. That's why I don't mind that it's not a win for me, because on 2 or 3 separate occasions, you should have just gone, and it's dead.
Yeah.
And it's dead.
Well, she's
and
taken out
it's dead.
Sanguinius before in a one-on-one fight.
I
No,
know.
like it's one of these things that like just the repeated ones to wound were just
It was
just
crazy.
slapping each
I
other
couldn't
in the
believe,
center.
like
But it's fine.
I've never witnessed something like that. It was like a traumatic, like wrong. Yeah. Now, one question I want
Yes.
to, and I'm going to finish with this question. You gave me 3 points for me killing the warlords on turn 1, between break their ranks and slay the warlords. If you knew that would happen, would you still play it aggressively like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
That makes me feel a bit better, because off camera, and this is the problem, a lot happens off camera.
Yeah.
A lot of the chatting happens off camera. I actually told you on a couple of occasions, do you want to go in very, and you said, look, it does survive. I know it survives.
Yeah.
Most of my attacks were wounding on 6s. I was just quite lucky enough to...
It soaked up an entire turn of fire and 3 quite
brutal
hard-hitting
comment.
units.
Yeah, 3 of the best.
Yeah.
3 of the best. So I understand your point, but...
It's one of those things where, it's a dice game after all. A good dice roll could have thrown me into combat there, and I would have wreaked havoc. And, you've seen it in the game where multiple dice rolls on ones just stopped me.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way, and it could have survived.
Exactly.
I mean,
I think that having at the back of your head that you were going to be scoring 5 points a turn
exactly.
with all the line, that actually said, like, I'm fine. Even if I lose my warlord, I'm still going to be packing 5 points. And that's actually what's won you. 2 turns of 5 points each, which I couldn't stop, is great. Five line units to my 4, which is quite close. I think you want something balanced like that for a mission like this. But you played it really well. You had Wine hiding in the back. And the big squads just survive.
Yeah, and again, I'm just
survive.
so impressed that they managed to hold out as long as they did.
Yeah, I was impressed as well, but I'm sad. Anyway, that's the end of today. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Thank you for Lewis joining us as a guest. If you want to come
for having me.
If you want to come as a guest, be like Lewis.
Yeah.
Let us know on social medias and join us in the studio. And if you want more content, make sure to head over to SN Plus, link below for more content on the Horus Heresy tier. That's the end of us for today. We'll catch you in the next Barry Report very soon.